Then, of course, the other big project that we completed was the E30, which started out its life as a race car, came to us as a race car, but was kind of a nice from far, far from nice when you get up close. I mean, it was a cool car, but the finishing was very rough. Some cool elements like an exhaust out the side of the fender and stuff like that, but that made the inside of the car so hot you could hardly drive. It was very loud. It was cool, but it wasn't cool. So started on a restoration of the vehicle, and then the customer saw the wide body kit online and he said, okay, do we still have time to do that? I said, sure, no problem. Sourced the wide body kit, and from there the project just kind of escalated. The car did originally have the Lexus Supercharged motor in it, so we retained that. We didn't rebuild the motor because the engine was running fine. But everything else, again, total rebuild, complete strip down, underbody, suspension like we always do, all powder coated, a lot of changes, little fixes, things that weren't nice, brackets and stuff that were badly made on the suspension. Redid all of that, went through the whole car. It had a half cage in it, built the cage right through. The car's body was actually tearing by the front fenders, so welded all of that up, extended the cage through to the front struts. Lots of interior fabrication, all out of aluminium, all hand fabricated by the guys at Ace Customs Racing. Sort of went for a bit of a fighter plane type look interior, which I think we pulled off. Kind of minimalistic, but kind of cool at the same time. Not everyone's taste, but the customer loves it, and we dig the way it came out. Car doesn't make huge power, which a lot of people kind of say, oh, it only makes 200 around kilowatts on the wheels. Got nitrous as well if the customer wants to do drags, but it's not just about the power. The car's a huge amount of fun to drive. Obviously, it's rear wheel drive. Again, very raw experience. It's loud, very wild, tail happy. It's just a really fun car to drive on the track. Another cool project, again, American vehicle that's come in the last year is a 58 Apache. Again, full rebuild. Customer came to us, a referral from a body shop, looking for someone to put the car together, do all the custom work, do the fabrication, etc., etc. He already had the vehicle, he had a chassis that had been built, and he had imported a motor from the US, beautiful motor, and a lot of parts he bought, but now obviously needed someone to bring it all together. We have basically the chassis that we started with was just a standard ladder chassis that someone had put Jag suspension into. Now the client was very specific in, he's got a picture of how he wants the truck to look when it's done, or a similar stance, look, etc., etc. And the ride height specifically of the truck when we got it versus how it looks now, it was more like a 4x4 when we got it, and he obviously wants the low rider look, not on air, but he wants that type of low slung look. So basically we set out and we rebuilt the entire chassis, notched the rear chassis to lift the diff, used the Jag suspension, but we've changed all the geometry, changed the front cradle, lowered the motor, moved it back, created more space for the radiator. Everything just fits better, there's more space and clearance for the distributor. Redone the whole front suspension, got adjustable coilovers, changed the rear suspension from the double coilover setup in the Jag to single coilover. Pretty much everything redone, painted the whole chassis in black with a flake. Engine's got like an orange color in it. That's the color of the guys who built the motor in the States. So we decided to bring that orange into the suspension, so the control arms and a lot of the links have been done in that orange. We've had the exhaust manifolds done. The exhausts are still unfinished. We left them like that because we had an idea how we wanted to finish them, and that'll be a surprise. But then the client saw them unfinished and he was kind of like, oh, I like it like that. But yes, very, very cool project. All new parts, everything imported from the US. A lot of custom fabrication on the chassis. Even the tailgate, we've done gas lifts on the tailgate. it really wasn't right. It's getting a wood bed tub, the rear fenders, to create more space. So because of the seat he wants to run in the truck, it's actually an Amarok seat. He wants to be able to have the family or one of his kids with. So we've actually had to move the cluster over. So we've done that, but lots of cool parts again, Dakota digital dash and clocks and vintage aircon. We're planning some cool fabrication on the dash with the air vents, and so pretty much nothing standard. Rockford audio system, nothing too big, but it's getting Rockford again. So very excited, so maybe you'll see that when we complete it in the next set of Rod Shop episodes. Touch on a few of the other cool things that we've got going on, got planned upcoming months. Those of you who follow us on social media will have seen that we bought a Lotus 7 to run in the Lotus 7 Challenge. It was supposed to be a quick buy it, fix it up, race it. Kind of turned into a total rebuild, and it's going to be really epic now. We just can't do halfy. So we're also busy with our own Lemon Racer. That's a bit on the down low, but obviously we competed last year with a customer of ours, so we're building our own car. I'm not sure if how soon it's going to be ready, because we've got so much going on, but we are busy with that. We'll also be attending the Idle Auto Fest show, which has now been moved from March to May. Going to have some really cool cars there, including the Franken Z, which is our twin turbo 350Z we've been building forever and a day. We're nearly there, so that'll be at Idle Auto Fest. We are constantly striving to do better, build better, improve our quality even further. But we'll keep pushing and keep striving, keep building cool cars. So if you want to see what we're up to and keep a track of us and what we're busy with, check us out on social media. I try to be as active as possible. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all available online. We're trying to get our vlogs going again, so keep an eye out for that as well.